this can possibly be the way that Stranger Things season 5 ends. What is up, guys? We are back for another Stranger Things season 5 video. But before we get into it, definitely smash the like button because it definitely helps. And let's try to get this video to 100 likes, guys. I know we can do it. And yeah, so to get into everything, I want to talk about how Stranger Things season 5 can possibly end. But before I get into how it could possibly, I want to talk about this theory that's been going on. It is crazy. It's a crazy way to think about it and everything. So with season 5, it's theories out there where people think that season 5 can end as, in a dream way, like a dream theory way. Basically, the whole time we saw all these things happen with Hopper and the Russians and Billy and Max. All of it was a dream. The kids are still at that table from season 1, episode 1, playing D&D, guys. Yes, it's still there. They're playing D&D, and these obstacles we went through, and all the rest of the seasons was just them playing D&D. Vecna, the Demogorgons, the Mind Flayer, and I want to just say this: if they do that, it will just take so much away from Stranger Things fans. I think we will not enjoy it as much as we did because everything was just a dream. It was just for fun, basically. It was just a whole game of D&D. And I think it'll just take a lot of the attachment away from the characters. It will definitely hurt us as Stranger Things fans if they did that. But we already kind of heard the Duffers say they're not going to go that route, so we should be safe. We should be safe. I believe in the Duffers, but a lot of people have been bringing this up in the Stranger Things community about this dream theory with D&D. Even if it wasn't a dream theory, almost like a live action D&D gameplay with the kids starting at the table. Now it's coming into reality, with Vecna and Eddie Munson. People are speculating that's how it's going to end. I would not be surprised if they use some D&D concepts to end off, season 5, but I don't see them just saying, hey, this was a live action D&D the whole time. I mean, it sounds crazy when you say it out loud because, a D&D plays a big part in Stranger Things, so a lot of people are like, this is the ending. I'm telling you, this is the ending. I don't think that's going to be the ending, guys. I think that is just too, cliche. And I just think we deserve more. I think we deserve more of an ending with all the characters we're invested in, all the situations we're invested in. It'll just take away from the whole plot of Stranger Things, the story that we're trying to tell if they make the whole thing just be based off D&D. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, it's like, a lot of people want to see that happen because it just sounds cool. But I think when you see it out, live action, you're like, what the hell? It's going to just take away from everything. It's going to take away from everything, I believe, if that happens. But that's just me talking out loud about the whole theory out there. It is crazy, but I want to talk about the theory I think that will happen. This is the theory that I'm thinking about, and I think that Stranger Things season 5 could potentially, end this way. Now, we saw how season 4 ended with Will Byers, and it kind of revealed that he is still connected to Vecna after everything that happened, after all the stuff that happened in previous seasons. Him always just being connected to the Upside Down, stepping out the arcade and everything, and we're thinking that it's something big just with the Upside Down. Whole time it's always been Vecna, right? And a lot of people have been speculating that he has powers like 11, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he has powers. I just think he's strongly connected to Vecna, so he's involved in everything with the Upside Down. He can see stuff. I don't think he has powers like 11. I think that will take away from the character 11 and what makes her so special. She's like the superhero of the show. Same feeling we got with her sister 8. It was like, that episode is probably one of the weakest episodes in the Stranger Things, TV series. So I think that, yeah, he doesn't have powers. I think he's just on to something, if that makes sense. I think he's just involved. He has that piece of Vecna and the Upside Down still in him. And one thing I want to say is that I feel that Will might have to go, guys. I think Will might have to check out, or they can officially get the shit out of him and just take Vecna out and just leaves Will for sure. But something is telling me Will's going to have to sacrifice himself We've been seeing a lot of the stuff leading up to his potential death with Mike, his friendship pulling away from Mike, him kind of like crying out for friends, feeling like he's alone and things like that. I think they're just showing us like this sentimental side of Will because they're preparing us for him to walk away and how, important he is to the group. I think that's what they're showing us, how he's not being focused on. But we heard the Duffer say that Will is going to be more focused on in season 5. It all makes sense to me. I think he could be the one that sacrifices himself. Also, I don't know how I feel about this anymore, but at first I thought that 11 was going to have to sacrifice herself because she was the new part of the puzzle from the beginning. She was added to the group, and she came with like problems. Sadly, she came with problems from the lab and Papa, things like that. And, that's how the whole story started. For they wanted 11 back in the lab, and things like that. So we find out she's the one who opened the portal and created Vecna damn near, and it's like she is the one for real that's attached to everything. At first I'm thinking like, it can still happen. 11 is my favorite character of the TV series, that she can be the one who sacrifices herself and leave, because we saw some lead up with Mike also. The same way with Will, he's pulling away from 11 in certain scenes, like the skating ring and, her lying and stuff, just showing the downfall of him. And we saw some of those pictures. It looks like they were on top of the radio station talking. She was crying. So I don't know, man. I think that it could potentially happen. 11 sacrifices herself. Maybe she loses her powers and she tells Mike like it has to be this way for everything to be back to how it was. I can see that happening, sadly. Maybe that is what could happen. She wants things to go back to how it was. She feels like she's the problem. She sacrifices herself. I still feel like that's a little kind of weak, a little bit. I'm just saying it could potentially happen. Or 11 just, it's like the perfect ending to Stranger Things. She has her power. She takes out Vecna. She gets everything clean to the point she's like standing on one leg. She's weak as hell, and everything goes back to normal. I mean, people speculated that Steve Harrington is going to die. I can definitely see him dying because he was originally, I want to say, supposed to die, but everyone liked the babysitter character so much they decided to keep him. So I can see Steve Harrington checking out for sure. And we saw some interesting set photos. One of the set photos being Robin in like a hospital room and said patient 110. I was thinking that maybe she's visiting Vicky. Maybe Vecna got a hold of Vicky or Steve. It's obviously someone close to Robin, but I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Overall, someone is going to die. Like, I think probably a few is going to die to give us some type of emotional attachment towards the end. I think the end is going to be one of the biggest endings in TV series history. Because after seeing season 4 with all this shit just going on in different areas, you got Hopper with the sword against the Demogorgon. You got 11 going against Vecna. You got, Max and Lucas in the Creel house. Everything was going, I think it's going to be something like that, but it might be everyone together. It might be like on some big war type shit. You know what I'm saying? The war is over basically, and they kind of go check on everybody, and a couple people are dead type shit. Like, I could see that happening. It's a lot of ways, but I think the way it's going to end is surrounding Will for sure. Because think about it. The Duffer said they're going back to how it started. They're going back to the main group of kids and things like that. How did it all start? Will being taken to the upside down. So I feel like in order for them to end it the right way, they have to fix Will. Obviously, something is going on with Will. And something else that happened new, 11 being involved in the group. So it's Will and 11. I'm telling you, maybe I'm tripping. Comment down below, guys. Just sit there and think about that. It all started with Will when he got taken to the upside down. Him grabbing the rifle in the shed. All that, going to the upside down. Joy's looking for him. Hopper finding him. All of this craziness. And then, 11 getting found in the woods, being their hero, and then she's coming with problems too with the lab and Papa and everything, and her being connected with Vecna, being the one who created Vecna and everything in the portal. I mean, think about it. I think that this is a possibility that I'm on. But like I said, make sure this video gets 100 likes. Maybe I'll do a part 2 to what I think is going to happen. Comment down below. But unfortunately, it's the end of the video. I want you guys to hit me on my social media. ILIKESCARY on Instagram. ILIKESCARY_ on TikTok, Brandon on Facebook, ILIKESCARY on Twitter, and yeah, you are right there where it says subscribe next to it. Click join and become a member of the channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace. Until next time.